Welcome back to Death Grow. I'm here with Mo. Mo, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, we're neighbours.
We're neighbours.
At
Malvern,
yes.
and you've done an excellent time planting that wall. It's a beautiful wall. Insert the B-roll here.
So I have been a collector for probably about 6 or 7 years now. I started with succulents and then ended up buying all the rare aroids and just collecting.
Nice.
All of this kind of happened organically. I met the right people and just ended up doing shows. And
Have you heard of Death Grow before?
I've heard things from other people who've been on it today, and now I'm a bit scared.
A bit scared? Oh God, what did you hear?
Sarah said it was quite terrifying, so...
Oh, wow.
Yes.
I'm not terrified. I'm not going to buy it. So, honestly, it's easier than I think it is. I don't even know if I'm saying the right one.
We're all delirious now, aren't we?
So Death Grow stems from when I worked in commercial horticulture and I worked in trials and breeding, and we weren't allowed to burn any of our plants because of sustainability and stuff, but we had to get rid of them somehow. So we put them in the killing off area, and which destroyed them. They rotted down. That finished them off. It was disgusting. It smelled so badly, and I nicknamed it Death Grow. And we had the kill bins as well for the succulents, and they rotted down to a nice slush. It was disgusting. And usually when I film these, we're next to a bin, the person's bin, wherever they dispose of their plants, basically. And I'm usually pulling them out of the plant pot, but we don't have that luxury here at Neoflora.
We don't.
So we're using a bin to take them out of.
I mean, that's
and a pause watering can with fibre optics. With fibre optic water sprays.
That's really clever.
Yeah, it's really cool. As a mic stand, because I do not have a mic stand, and my leggy begonia that I usually use is back in Guildford. So, without further ado, pick your question and then I'll read it out to you. Have you ever bought a plant just because everyone else was buying it, and did you regret it?
Yes. I bought so many plants because everyone else was buying them. Back when things were going a bit crazy, I think I spent a chunk of money on a variegated tetrasperma from the Netherlands. So this was when nobody had them, and this one lady had these variegated tetrasperma in, I don't know where she was, and a friend of mine, we both clubbed in together. We bought this plant, cut it up, and every single leaf came out non-variegated because we thought we were going to make a fortune selling them. And then eventually, once everyone else started having them, this plant decided to start producing variegated leaves randomly.
Out of spite. What?
Yeah, so plenty of those stories.
Wow, that's pretty harsh. That cuts deep.
Yeah.
Did you manage to sell any of those cuttings afterwards?
I did, yeah.
To make some of your money back?
Some of the money back, but it was probably still a mistake, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made lots of mistakes.
That's a pretty big regret.
Yeah.
What's the pettiest plant argument you've ever witnessed or been a part of?
I've seen loads of these in
There's
the comments
so
section.
many in the comments.
People are quite passionate and get upset, don't they?
Yeah,
Very
over the worst things as well.
Yeah, like someone says this plant likes low light levels, and then someone in the comments is like, actually, you don't know what you're talking about.
I got it on TikTok when I was pronouncing Kalanchoe wrong. I was pronouncing it Kalancho because that's how I
still do that.
Yeah, everyone in my region, they pronounce it Kalancho because that's how it's spelled, and that's how we do it. But no, it's Kalanchoe. And then someone just kept on being like, well, no one's going to understand what you're talking about. And I've got the text on the screen, and I've got pictures and videos of the plant on the screen. They're going to understand somehow.
Exactly.
It's just petty.
Exactly. There's a lot of that. I find people just get very, very upset about very small things, and I feel like some of it's for clout and to make sure other people see them in the comments.
I see that on the rare plant collectors things all the time. So
thankfully no one's done that to me on my post. And my posts are very basic, so there's nothing to correct, I guess.
If you could hybridize two plants into one, what would they be and why?
I've got a big Spiritus Sancti I was trying to get to flower, which is probably not going to happen now that I've moved. But I was hoping to hybridize that with a Gloriosum. I don't even know if it's possible, but I was going to attempt it. Couldn't get flowers at the same time. Couldn't do it. So
it's a shame.
Yeah, but that would be my dream,
to
see what it would look like.
Yeah, because you just never know.
I don't even. They might be in different sections of genus. I don't know.
Yeah, it's to do with
whether
the
it's possible.
what's it called? I keep saying chlorophyton, but it's not the chromosomes, isn't it? Whether they align or not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but maybe it's possible.
maybe.
Maybe someone will do it one day.
You'll only know if you try.
Yeah.
I accidentally left the harsh questions at home.
Okay, good.
That are quite controversial.
Yeah, good.
And I keep doing that because I don't usually use them, because if I'm just interviewing someone who just happens to collect plants, I'm not going to ask them controversial questions. So,
I'm glad.
this or that, self-watering pots or traditional pots? Traditional.
Self-watering pots I struggle with. I sometimes have success, and then it lasts for like 6 months, and then I stop doing them because something rots or something dies. I prefer to just have soil, a terracotta pot, and just everything. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Self-watering is always a bit of a risk.
Yeah, I think like sometimes there can be rot in the soil and it can go down into the water and then it soaks up more
Yes,
rot and it just
exactly.
yeah.
And also I like keep knocking them over, and then pollen is everywhere, and like I just can't deal with that. So
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Next question. You're doing really well at these.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Am
yeah.
I actually?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Nicely done. Have you ever named a plant after someone you secretly dislike, and how's that plant doing?
I haven't, because I don't name my plants. I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
And like I'm just very like, I don't know. I keep them very separate.
Yeah.
So I haven't, but I probably could. Or I bought plants from people that I now no longer. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Oh, I've taken
Whoop.
2.
Not two. Have you accidentally killed a plant in someone else's care and tried to cover it up?
No, but I feel like I've given bad advice before.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's this bad advice?
I think it was when I did Chelsea, like towards the end of the show, I was just so tired, and people were asking the same thing over and over, and I think someone had asked me something, and I'd like given them an answer, like, and I thought at the time it was probably right, and then I went home and was like, that's probably not right, and the plant's probably going to die. So not out of spite, but probably out of like can't be botheredness. I think it was about watering or light level, something basic, but yeah.
What's your plant care hot take that might get you cancelled?
Systemic insecticide and
Oh.
and pesticides. I like the idea of keeping things natural and preventative. Sometimes I just spray preventative on everything,
Yeah.
just to get rid of things.
That when people say they've got a threat problem, what biologicals can I do to sort them out? I'm like, just buy some chemicals.
Just buy the chemicals. You're not going to
It's-
damage the water supply. You're not going to kill the bees.
So
they're
I
in a
think
house.
bios, they're more for prevention
Yeah.
rather than curing. And then if you have some bios and you don't look after them properly, they die anyway. And then you can get outbreaks after that, and then you've got to spray them anyway. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although I've learned a lot here from like Tess, who's
Yeah.
been here. Like I didn't realise a lot of the stuff, so maybe I'll give it a go. But I do like my little Prevento bottle that I just spray on everything.
yeah. If you could resurrect one plant you've killed, which one would it be and why?
It's 2 plants. So one is a Dracontioides that's like really like not very sought after but quite botanically rare, that I killed within like 2 weeks of having it, and that I'm like gutted about that one because that was like my pride and joy when I got that. So yeah, I would try and bring that back. I'd probably kill it again because it doesn't like me. And then what was the other one I was going to say? I was going to say one more.
I can't remember. My brain is actually
Yeah, the Dracontioides is probably my
Yeah.
biggest regret. Yeah, because it just didn't like me and it just died.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah, I think if somebody offered me one, I wouldn't take it just because like I
You
know
know
I'd
that
just kill
it's
it. Yeah.
not going to end well.
I like to look at them.
Okie dokie. Another. This will be the last one.
Okay, this is a really clever concept.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
What's one plant that you take with you to a desert island?
Anthurium red crystallinum,
Ooh, and why is that?
just because I like every stage of that plant. So some plants I'm like some anthuriums when they grow they have that orangey colour which is a bit ugly,
Yeah.
and the new leaves are a bit gross. But I like the Anthurium red crystallinum every single stage, like the purple stage. It's like a bit of a bruise, do you know, when it starts going from purple.
Yeah.
You hear Johnny laughing in the back.
Don't know if you heard that.
Yeah, so red crystallinum,
Yeah.
Anthurium red crystallinum. That's my favourite.
One final question. How many plants have you killed?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
At least hundreds. Yeah.
Hundreds and hundreds, yeah.
I've killed so many plants. I could probably fill a room with dead plants.
If it makes you feel any better, because I worked in commercial horticulture, I've probably killed about 7,000.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah. So you're a serial killer.
I'm a serial plant killer.
Serial plant killer.
Yeah. There's probably a fun pun, but I can't even think of something funny.
We're not there
at this
today, are we?
We're
Yeah.
not there.
We're not
no.
there.
So thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on. And
Been a
yeah,
pleasure.
that has been Death Grow. Bye. I don't have like an outro thing because I don't.
Oh, do you not?
No, because like he has tiny phone people.
Yeah.
And then
You
I
should
know.
still up.
Bye tiny phone.
Bye, tiny phone
Bye,
people.
tiny phone people.